Hello. I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I have just been reading. I just can't believe it. Oh, and I did some Christmas shopping today. Christmas shopping was great. I have no idea what to get anybody. It's horrible. I am not a good Christmas person. I'm a horrible Christmas person. So, merry 3 days before Christmas, everybody. Hope you're doing all good. Hey, Susie, first one in today. Hi, Susie. How you doing? Sherry, how you doing? Greg Myers, Logan Calcaterra. Glad to see the band's all here. This is awesome. Today, I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of perspective about COVID relief. I'm looking forward to it myself. I mean, I'm getting worn out. So, all right. So I'm starting a little bit late. So this is gonna be it. Right after this one runs through. Hello, Darla Stewart Bennett. How are ya? Hello, Mark Calcaterra. Don Ledger. Glad everybody could be here. All right. I think that we're ready to do this. All right. Here we go. Ready? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. My name is Mickey, and this is Mickey in the Middle. This is the quintessential show for Middle Americans. People like you, people like me, people like your neighbors. I'm pretty sure that none of the rich people are watching this. I don't think they really care what we think, so they're not going to be watching the show. And I don't think that the dredges of society, the poor people in our society who can't afford broadband and can't afford a place to live, I don't think they're going to be watching either. So this is an exclusive club. Everybody is welcome to join this. Anybody can consider themselves a Middle American, right? So everybody in the United States can consider themselves a Middle American, and welcome to the show if you consider yourself a Middle American. I am the quintessential Middle American, although I'm a little short, right? So I'm about 5'10". I think the average height in America is about 6 foot tall for men. And I do not meet that standard, so I apologize for that. But other than that, I've lived a pretty normal life, had mom and dad. Got up, did a little bit of time in the military, got out. Now I'm a little bit retired. I've got a little side hustle going on. I got a daughter in college, trying to pay bills, trying to keep the lights on, trying to keep a roof over my head, food in my belly. It's been going pretty good. I'm just trying to tell you. So I do have some food in my belly. And, oh, look at that. I'm sorry. Look at this. If I'm turning everybody on because I didn't have my shirt buttoned up all the way, I apologize for this. I went out in public like this today, too. So, we're going out. Mark Alexander says the COVID relief package is a joke. Don Ledger says, if you mean money, forget it. They gave it away all to foreign countries. That's what Don Ledger says. Steve Roberts, thank you very much, brother. It is fantastic to be at home. So yes, I'm coming over to your house tomorrow. I'm drinking beer with you tomorrow. Mark, Merry Christmas, Mark, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you very much. Sherry Cox Clark says COVID relief is a joke. Millions of dollars going to other countries. I would like to bump that out to billions of dollars going to foreign countries. Mark Calcaterra says, just my opinion. Me, sigh. 5'8", says Don Ledger. Here's what the deal is. So Don, this is the way that you take care of that. What you do is whenever you're about to be measured, you rise up on your toes, and then you let the heels of your feet sag just a little bit. And as long as they can't slide a piece of paper underneath there, you get credit for that distance. Learned that trick when I needed a couple extra pounds to pass a PT test a long time ago. So, Don, either. Right. So, what I want to do tonight is I want to talk about Middle America and COVID relief. So, I heard that earlier in the day, somewhere around 2 p.m., they released the bill. The bill was 5,593 pages long. 5,593. I don't know how big War and Peace is, but I don't think it's that big. The largest book that I've ever read is, it's either Battlefield Earth or Atlas Shrugged. And those were like 1,100 pages of very, very tiny print. And I want you to think about 5,000 pages of legislation that is supposed to address one issue. It's supposed to address one issue. It's COVID relief. They're trying to do a COVID release stimulus package. How damn hard can it be, and what can be in 5,000 pages? This is an attack. This is an attack on us. They have got so many things in this bill that they don't want you to know about and that you will never know about. It's going to be money that you're never going to see. Well, you're going to see it, because you're going to see it right before they take it in the form of taxes. And if they don't take it in the form of taxes, they're going to take it in other forms of taxes, like an inheritance tax from you on your retirement accounts. They're going to take it on that, right? So a traditional IRA. They're going to take it from, capital gains tax. They're going to take it from sales tax. They're going to take it from every kind of tax that they get. So you're going to see this money. I want you to understand that this is your money. This is your money. So that's the way. So everybody that's watching this show, if you have not got this already, here is one of the main themes of my show. One of the main themes of my show is you earned it. You should keep it. You earn it. You should keep it. But the government has to function. So we should give them as little as possible so that they can function, so that we can have a civil society in the United States of America, in your town, in your state, in your country. But everything that you give them, now they're playing a game. And so you give it to them, they do with it whatever they want, and then they feed you what they want to give you. So they go, hey, look here, man. I don't like the way that you're doing education down there in the state. So we're going to invent the Department of Education. No, you don't need it. But what we want you to do is we're going to raise your taxes. So you have to send us more taxes. And then we're going to determine what states and what programs we want so that we can hold you hostage so that we can give you your money back. No, because don't worry about giving it straight to your school board. No, those people have no idea what they're doing. No, we don't want to advise them. We want to control the money for your local school boards. And that's why you have all of these programs that they have to take taxes. It gets all messed up there in Congress, and then they dole it out according to what they want you to do. They want you to fit into their mold. And the same thing goes for transportation. If you want any transportation funds to fix your highways, you got to have stuff that you do in your state that they're happy with. I use the great state of Louisiana, where I am from. So what they did is Louisiana had a law that you could be 18 years old and drink. And the federal government said, no, we don't like that law. We want you to raise the drinking age to 21 years of age. So what we're going to do is we're not going to give you any money for any of your roads. We're just not going to give it to you. And then the state of Louisiana went, but we gave that to you in taxes. And they were like, oh, yeah, shoot. Yeah, it's ours now. Yeah, that's our government money. So until you get rid of the 18 age drinking age in the state of Louisiana, you don't get any more federal highway funds, whatever, the money for your roads. You get to live with potholes, you get to live with a lot of things. But here's what the deal is: we got your money now, suckers. So all of you people that are out there are going, hey, look here, the government is the one that we should be giving our money to so they can give us things back. They're going to hold that money against you. They're going to control the way that you live your life. I'm just trying to tell you, right? They're going to control everything. If you give them money and you give them the authority to control the money that comes back into the states, they're going to do that. And this is what they're doing with COVID. We gave them all of this tax money, right? So the amount of money that we gave them last year in taxes, this is how much money we gave them in taxes last year. Last year, they collected $3.8 trillion in taxes. $3.8 trillion in taxes is what they collected last year. Do you know how much they spent of your money? Do you know how much? They were very responsible with the money. So they collected $3.86 trillion of your money, and then they only spent $4.4 trillion of your money. That's right. They spent $0.6 trillion more of your money than you gave them, which means because they don't have any income without them, they don't have any income without you. That means that you owe them another $0.6 trillion. Ta-da! By the way, that breaks out to $666 billion that you owe the federal government. Did you know that you owe them that? Well, they're going to get it from you, right? They're going to get it from you. They can't print money fast enough in order to get out of that. Bro, there's no way that the economy can generate that kind of revenue. So what happened is they spent another $3.8 trillion this year, and then we had the COVID relief package earlier, which was $3 trillion, which adds our debt up to about $29 trillion, and then they added another trillion with this one because this was cheap though. This is cheap. It's only $900 billion. So they're giving us back $900 billion of our own dollars. There you have it. So good on you. Way to go, people. That is awesome. Hey, Steve Hayes, how you doing? That has been a minute. So, hey, I'm coming golfing in the Orlando area at the end of February, early March. So get your clubs and get your swing ready. Susie, hello, Don Ledger Good. 535, baby. Yes, 535. We are replacing 535 members of Congress. All 435, yes. And I have big announcements when it comes in the beginning of the year as it regards to 535. We're doing that, man. We are doing it. I can't believe that I'm going to have to fix the country, but if I got to fix the country, I'm going to fix the country. Mark Alex says, you might not agree, but it looks like it's time to revolt against the thieves in Washington. I got a better plan, Mark. Hold on to the beginning of the year, and then we'll go over that. So they're using COVID to manipulate the people for their own profit. Yes, they are, Mark Calcaterra. Hello, Terry Beavers Cooper. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic holiday season. That is awesome. By the way, so she is in the healthcare industry, and she is frontline, and she is awesome. So thank you very much. Want some company in Orlando? Yes. So I'm staying with a friend of mine named Brent. We're going to Orlando. He's doing a single plane swing seminar down there. Then we're going to spend a week in his timeshare playing golf. So let me see how much room we have. And then, hey, yeah, let's go golfing in Orlando end of February, early March. All right. So here's what I got on this. First of all, it's 5,593 pages. Crazy. That's stupid. They're hiding something from you. It was $900 billion in relief. Of that, you get $600. $600. $600. Now, I would like to put that in a little bit of perspective for you, right? So the first question that I have is, what are you going to do with your $600? Right? What are you going to do with your $600? Because I don't know what I'm going to do with my money, right? So they sent me money earlier this year, and I had no idea what to do with that money. So I was like, hey, man, I really wish that they would not have sent me this money. And then a couple of people said, well, you should, if you don't want it, you should give it away. And then I thought to myself, well, that would be dumb because that's my tax money. I paid in a lot more than the money that they gave me back, right? So if you make some money and you pay the federal government somewhere, I think that my raw tax numbers are about 25%, but after expenses and after all the deductions, I get it down between 15 and 17% is what I personally pay in taxes for myself and my business because I have an LLC and it's a pass-through corporation, so I can get into that money whenever I want to, right? So it's my money, it's my company, it's one thing. If you're in business for yourself, it makes sense. So anyway, my tax burden between 15 and 18%, somewhere in there, but my raw taxes are about 25%. So that's the amount of money that they take out. And then I hope that my expenses meet that so that I can get it down from 25% down to 15 to 18%. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Some years I get that down to about 15 to 18%, but other times I don't. Regardless of the fact, I still pay at minimum 15%, and I don't do that great. I'm a retired guy and I got a side hustle. So I'm paying 15% of that, and the amount of money that I make, the amount that they sent me, was not even close to the amount that I gave them in taxes every single year for the last 30 years. Not even close. So when somebody goes, well, if you don't like it, go ahead and give it away or send it back. No, they sent me my own money. They sent me a small portion of my own money. So no, they're not going to get it back. I don't know what I'm going to do. If they send me $600, I wish that they wouldn't send me $600. But if they do send me $600, I am obligated to keep that because it's my damn money. I need everybody to understand that. If you get a check, that is somebody's money. It's somebody's. The federal government took it from somebody and gave it to you. So if you gave them money, they're giving you a refund. If you are getting money and you didn't pay any taxes, then you are getting somebody else's money. Because that's the way the government works. The people work, the government collects taxes, and then they redistribute the taxes into the programs that they want. And you know who's getting more money than $600? Do you know who's getting more money than $600? The Dalai Lama of Tibet. And he's exiled from Tibet. The federal government is actually spending money to help determine who the next Dalai Lama of Tibet is going to be. You get $600, but so does the people who are determining who the next Dalai Lama is going to be. Is that crazy? So, I want to know what you want to do. What are you going to do with your $600? So, I wrote some things down here. That I might do. Before I get that, how did they do the math on this? That's what I want to figure out. How did they do the math to come up with $600? $600, if you think about that, in terms of the number of months in a year, that's a whole $50 a month that they're giving you. Hey, good for them. It's $50 a month that if you get your $600. So, hey, just spread that out over the year. Spread that out over the year. I'm not sure what you're going to do with $50 a month, but I'm sure that it'll go a long way. It's a couple of cases of beer, right? A couple of 30 packs every single month. So that's good. You can't argue with that. $50. It's a decent bottle of bourbon, not a great bottle of bourbon, but it's a decent bottle of bourbon. It's almost dinner. It's almost dinner for 3 people. So it'd be my dad, my dad, my sister, and my niece going to one of the restaurants down there in Bossier City, Louisiana. So spread that out. Don't spend your $600 all in one place. But I want to know how they did the math. I think that that's what they did. Hey, everybody, $50 a month, 12 months. There you go. So what are you going to do? So here's what I figured I could do. Here's what I figured I could do with my $600. I can pay for half of a class for my daughter's undergraduate degree at Oklahoma State University. That's right. Her classes are $442 an hour. Every class is 3 hours, so that's $1,327 per class. They're going to give me $600, so the number of that is $600, $1,327 minus $600, so I only owe $770, and I can get a class for my daughter. I can pay for half of a class for my daughter at Oklahoma State University. I thought that was pretty good. Uncle Shug paid for half of one of my daughter's classes. Of course, she goes for 30 hours a year, so that's going to cost her $22,000 in a year. But hey, the $600, that'll make up for that. So that'll be fun. Oh, by the way, in order to they're not giving her a break on her out-of-state fees because she is, because we got COVID. No, all of the colleges and all of the public universities, they're still collecting full tuition from all of their students. Now, they might delay that, or they might take a deeper loan for that. But the $600, that'll come in handy, right? That'll come in handy. So the other way that I figured this was I also figured out mathematically that I could go buy one hell of a nice guitar for $600. I could go buy a very, 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 very nice guitar for $600. Of course, a Fender Stratocaster is about $750. So the standard American Telecaster or Stratocaster, $750 for an American-made, the Pro Series. So I'm going to be short of one Telecaster or one Stratocaster, but $600 is going to get me a long way there. Now, I can't buy a case and I can't buy picks and strings. So, I'm going to have to suffer there, but, there you go. And then you know what I thought about? I thought about the people that are living out there that they're really trying to help the most. The people that they're trying to help the most. The people on the bottom economic strata. The people that really need it. So I figured this up. How many hours at minimum wage do you have to work in order to make $600? Because that's what it would be, right? So if you're trying to take care of the people that are at the bottom, how many of them are out of work? How much do you have to replace their income? What good is it going to do if you can't give them a significant relief from the amount of money that they're losing every single 2 weeks? So the average number of people that work in America that work 40 hours a week, at $7.25, if you work 82 hours, you make $600. So our federal government came up with relief for people making minimum wage for 2 freaking weeks. Two. How much relief is that giving people? Do you think they can pay their bills? You think they can keep the lights on? They keep food in their kids' belly? Think they're going to have a nice Christmas? 600? Really? How do they come up with that number? How in the hell do they come up with the number 600? And then you look at the money that they're going to spend overseas in 5,593 pages worth of legislation? Here's some of the things they're doing, right? I mentioned the Dalai Lama. They're going to do that, right? You know what they did in the legislation? They decriminalized the use of the Swiss coat of arms. I don't know how much money they're getting. I have no idea how much money they're getting. But you know what? That's good to know that the Swiss coat of arms is now decriminalized. You know what else we got out of this? How much do you think it costs to make a museum? How many millions of dollars do you think it cost to make a Smithsonian Institution museum? Because we're getting 2 new ones out of this. Out of the $900 million, instead of it going to relieve the pain and suffering of the people of the United States of America and making this COVID relief process easier, they're going to build 2 new museums for a couple of $2 billion. It's going to cost them a couple of $2 billion to build 2 new Smithsonian Institution buildings. Now, I agree that we need to have Smithsonian Institution because that is our heritage. Those are the histories. One of those is going to be for women, and one of those is going to be for Latinos and their contributions to the United States of America. I believe that we need to have I believe that we need to have museums. I believe that we have to have statues. I believe that we have to have memorial bridges. I believe that we have to have accurate history. I believe that we have to be able to remember the past in order to prevent the mistakes of the past from happening in the future, but not during a COVID relief pandemic. They are trying. Oh, don't even get me started right here, right? They're going to build 2 new museums, right? And that money's not going to COVID relief, right? They are putting $4 billion of that $900 billion. $4 billion of that is to make sure that we have internet, better internet. So it's going to $7 billion is going to broadband, right? So you take the $900 billion, and just because we're going to put broadband in some places, which is really going to help out with COVID relief, all the people that are suffering and don't have money and lost their jobs, we're going to take that $900 billion and we're going to subtract $7 billion on this on the internet. That's good. So that's going to be really good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the trains and Amtrak that have been losing millions and millions and billions and billions of dollars over the years that's a non-functioning railroad that cannot exist in the real world, that can only exist in the government programs. We're going to give them $14 billion. So that if you add the $14 billion up that's going to go to Amtrak and the $7 billion in broadband, you take $21 billion right off of the top of the $900 billion, and that is going to not us and not people that actually need it. Because that's what this is about. This is about getting relief. I would have this son of a bitch written in 1 page. How much money do we want to spend? Divide it up by the number of people that are getting it. Send it. How damn hard is this? Therein lies the problem with this. I'm mad, right? I'm mad, but I'm not really happy. And I'm not happy. So here's what the thing is. The average rent in the United States of America, the average rent is $1,468. The average rent for 1 month in the United States of America is $1,468. You take $600 off of that, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So you still owe $868 just to keep your place for 1 month. That's the COVID relief that your Congress people came up with. That's going through Congress. It's been approved by the Senate. It's going to go land on the desk of the President of the United States of America. That's what they think of you. That you can't even pay half of your rent. It's absolutely crazy, right? 2 weeks worth of minimum wage job is what they're going to give you. They gave my wife. Oh yeah, by the way, she died 2 years ago. Well, my wife died. They're about to send my dead wife $600. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I guarantee you, when I get the check or when I get the notification, I will bring it up here and I will show you that my wife got. Matter of fact, I got the letter. I got the last letter that's in my drawer. I should go get that one. It said, "Hey, Tanya Spillane, you got $1,200 from the government. It went into this account. Now that account is still open and it's my account, but it went in there. But my tax lady said I'm going to have to worry that. So my wife, my dead wife, when she gets $600 this time from the COVID relief package, then she's going to get a total of $1,800 from my dead wife is going to get $1,800 from the federal government. Isn't that crazy? Don Ledger says, yes, 1 page. I believe in 1-page legislation. Terry Beavers Cooper, boom. Susie Goldman says, it's a crying shame. Operation 535. Yes, ma'am. We're opening up doors on that right after the beginning of the year. So, Greg Myers, I'm so tired of learning how many people are getting relief that don't need it and in many cases don't deserve it. Listen. I don't need it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that money. The first money they sent me is sitting in a bank account because I don't want to mess with it because my accountant told me not to mess with it. Because she doesn't know how it's going to affect my business taxes. She doesn't know how it's going to affect my personal taxes. And she doesn't know how the money from that they gave my wife is going to affect me either. So if I go and give that to charity or I give it back, now I'm going to screw up the system. And she said, let the system be the system. Don't mess with the system until you figure out where you are. So many people are getting it that don't want it. So many people are going to get it that don't need it. And yet, Greg Myers is right. There's so many people that are out there that are suffering right now that are not going to get the proper amount that they need in order to survive this pandemic. They're working full time, and then all of a sudden they don't have a job. And they don't have anything in the bank because American saving has been dwindled over the last 8-9 months. And now all of a sudden, now they're going to say, hey, look here, we're going to give you half a month's pay or half a month's rent or $50 a month for the next year. Or you can pay for half of one college class. It's ludicrous. It's absolutely craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So, look, we're going to win this. We're going to take our country and we're going to turn this Congress around and we're going to make them work for the people. We can do this. Big announcements coming in the beginning, January like 3rd or something like that. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, January 3rd or 4th. So, hey, we're going to go golfing in Orlando at the end of February, early March. Congratulations to Bruce. When Bruce watches this, congratulations. Bruce got himself a moose. It is beautiful. He sent me pictures. It's a great story that goes along that. I'm very blessed to have you guys as my friends and tuning in every night. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mickey in the Middle. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Please like, share it, ring the notification bells. Remember, I'm on Parler, Mickey in the Middle on Parler, Mickey in the Middle on Rumble, Mickey in the Middle right here as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. Mickey in the Middle, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central, right here from wherever the heck I am. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I love you. And remember, everybody, live, laugh, and love. Peace. See you later.